Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning class. How are you today? Welcome back to my channel Miss Lee STP to continue our lessons in the second semester for junior high school level. Selamat pagi semuanya. Apa kabar? Bertemu lagi dengan saya di channel Miss Lee STP untuk melanjutkan pembelajaran kita di semester kedua pada tingkat SMP. Okay, today we are going to learn about English for 9th grade junior high school in chapter 7. Pada hari ini kita akan belajar tentang bahasa Inggris kelas 9 di chapter 7. The title is Once Upon a Time dengan judul Once Upon a Time. Okay, before we start our lessons, sebelum kita mulai pembelajarannya, please pay attention to the following video. Silakan perhatikan video berikut. Well class, have you watched the video? Do you know what kind of video you have seen? Yes, very good. It is a folktale, or we call it, when it formed in a text, it is called narrative text. In this chapter, we will learn, pada bab ini kita akan belajar to listen to a folktale, untuk mendengarkan cerita dongeng, to read a folktale for myself, untuk membaca cerita dongeng untuk diri sendiri, to read a folktale to other people, untuk membacakan cerita dongeng kepada orang lain, and to get a moral lesson from a folktale, dan untuk mendapatkan pelajaran atau hikmah dari sebuah cerita dongeng. What is the definitions of narrative text? Narrative text is a piece of text which tells a story and entertains the reader or listener. Jadi, narrative text itu adalah sebuah cerita yang tujuannya untuk menghibur pembaca atau pendengar. There are generic structure of narrative text. What are they? Apa saja mereka? First one is orientation. Yang pertama adalah orientasi. It is about the opening paragraph where the characters of the story are introduced. Jadi dalam orientasi itu diceritakan bagaimana pembukaan awal cerita yang memperkenalkan semua karakter yang bermain di dalam ceritanya tersebut. The second one is complication, where the problems in the story develop. Yang kedua adalah komplikasi, di mana di dalam bagian ini permasalahan yang ada dalam cerita itu berkembang. The third one is resolution, where the problems in the story is solved, whether happy ending or bad ending. Yang ketiga adalah resolusi. Dalam bagian ini, permasalahan yang terjadi dalam cerita sudah terselesaikan, walaupun dengan akhir yang bahagia atau dengan akhir yang tidak bahagia. The last one is coda or reorientation, lesson from the story. Jadi hal yang terakhir itu adalah coda atau reorientation yang bersifat pilihan atau optional. Isinya adalah pelajaran yang bisa diambil dari cerita tersebut. Now, we have the purpose and kinds of narrative text. Kita lanjutkan pelajarannya dengan tujuan dan jenis dari narrative text. What is the purpose of the narrative text? Apa tujuan dari narrative text? To entertain and educate the reader through the stories. Jadi tujuan dari narrative text itu adalah untuk menghibur dan mengedukasi para pembaca melalui cerita. And then, what kinds of narrative text? Apa saja sih jenis-jenis dari narrative text? There are fairy tales, myths, legends, fable, etc. Jadi jenis dari naratif teks itu bisa bermacam-macam. Bisa berbentuk dongeng, mitos, legenda, fabel, dan sebagainya. We have an examples of the narrative text. Ini adalah contoh-contoh judul dari cerita naratif. The Ugly Duckling, Sang Kuryang, The Gold Purse, and Why the Sun and the Moon Live in the Sky. Seperti yang sudah kalian tonton di awal tadi, cerita yang berjudul The Ugly Duckling. Kalau cerita mengenai Sang Kuryang, you can find it in your English textbook for 9th grade for the second semester. Jadi cerita Sang Kuryang bisa kalian temukan di buku teks kelas 9 bahasa Inggris di semester kedua in chapter 7 pada bab 7. Shall we continue our lesson? Narrative text also have language feature. Jadi dalam narrative text itu ada juga unsur ketatabahasaan. Apa saja ketatabahasaan yang dipakai? First one is declarative and interrogative sentence. Jadi dalam narrative text itu digunakan kalimat deklaratif dan kalimat interrogatif yang dalam hal ini menggunakan tensi simple past. Next is adverbia phrase. Yang kedua adalah frasa adverbia yang bisa kita temukan pada awal kalimat ataupun di akhir kalimat pada teks naratif. Contohnya seperti a long time ago, once upon a time, one day, in the end, and happily ever after. Next is nomina singular and plural. Berikutnya adalah bentuk single dan bentuk jamak yang bisa ditemukan dalam teks naratif. Contohnya seperti the, this, those, my, her, etc. Yang terakhir ada utterance, word stress, intonations, spelling, punctuation mark, and handwriting. Yang terakhir itu ada ungkapan, penekanan kata, intonasi, pengejaan, tanda baca, dan tulisan. Well class, here we have the text of The Ugly Duckling. You have to read the text and notice the underlined word and the bold sentence you can see from the text. Di sini ada teks dengan judul The Ugly Duckling yang harus kalian baca dan harus kalian perhatikan kalimat yang digarisbawahi dan juga kalimat yang dicetak tebal yang bisa kalian lihat pada teksnya. And here are the language features of The Ugly Duckling. Dan ini adalah unsur ketatabahasaan yang sudah didapatkan dari teks The Ugly Duckling yang sudah kalian baca. And as I mentioned in the language feature of narrative text, the tenses used in narrative text is simple past tense. Seperti yang sudah disebutkan dalam unsur ketatabahasaan dalam teks naratif, tenses yang digunakan dalam teks naratif itu adalah simple past tense. Please pay attention to the explanations of the simple past tense. Perhatikan penjelasan tentang simple past tense berikut ini.
Simple past tense. As a review, 12 verb tenses are the simple present, simple past, simple future, present perfect, past perfect, future perfect, present progressive, past progressive, future progressive, present perfect progressive, past perfect progressive, and future perfect progressive. This lesson will talk about the simple past. We use simple past to talk about things that had happened at a specific time in the past. In making a positive simple past statement, the pattern is subject plus verb in past form. Examples: You saw me yesterday. Nick took his medicine. She gave you the book. You, Nick, and she are the subjects in these sentences, while saw, took, and gave are the verbs. These follow the pattern subject plus verb. The verbs saw, took, and gave are in the past forms. For negative sentence, the structure is subject plus did not or didn't plus verb in base form. Examples: You saw me yesterday. You didn't see me yesterday. Nick took his medicine. Nick didn't take his medicine. She gave you the book. She didn't give you the book. We only insert the words did not or didn't between the subject and the verb. But if you notice, this time the verbs in the sentences are in their base forms, not in past. For the questions, the structure is did plus subject plus verb in base form. Examples: You saw me yesterday. Did you see me yesterday? Nick took his medicine. Did Nick take his medicine? She gave you the book. Did she give you the book? This time, we put did before the sentences and the verbs are still in their base forms. For our exercise, make sentences in simple past tense. We have here positive and negative statements and the question. Number 1, we went to Sandra's party. The negative sentence should be we didn't go to Sandra's party. And for the question, did we go to Sandra's party? The second one, the rain didn't stop this morning. The positive statement should be the rain stopped this morning. And for the question, it should be did the rain stop this morning? Next, did she break the vase? For the positive statement, it should be she broke the vase. And for the negative statement, it should be she didn't break the vase. The next one, I didn't eat breakfast. The positive statement should be I ate breakfast. And the question is, did I eat breakfast? The last one, you closed the door last night. The negative sentence is you didn't close the door last night. And the question is, did you close the door last night? Did you get it right?
Here are the examples of simple past tense in the text of The Ugly Duckling. Berikut ini adalah contoh kalimat simple past tense yang bisa ditemukan dalam teks The Ugly Duckling. Answer the questions based on the text above. Saatnya mengerjakan tugas. Jawablah pertanyaan berdasarkan teks di atas. Have a good luck. Semoga berhasil. Well, class, this is the end of our lesson today. Thank you for your attention. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel. I'll see you again in the next lesson. See you later. Goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.